offer accepted, and you try to negotiate with your client who won't.
No, she didn't accept the offer.
You did. This isn't her decision. She doesn't have to accept shit. You and I do.
I know, but the offer I accepted involved me putting the videos back up, and then she can come in the room, right?
Okay.
What I'm now telling her is that she can come in the room now, and I retain the right to put the videos back up, of course, but that she's not helping at all, so she doesn't have any say in it anyway. It doesn't matter. Right.
So basically what you're saying is you want her to be able to come back in the room, and the rest of this is kind of an exercise for whatever's sake, and her involvement doesn't really matter. She can't even throw herself out of the room.
Taylor, don't put it that way. Don't put it that way. Now, look, her involvement does matter, but what matters is what matters here in this trial. Does her opinion or words in this trial matter at all? No, that's true. This is you and me. I'm just arguing her position. So
she doesn't.
I would rather not come in the room than have even come in to make this agreement. So
okay, then just you can leave and then just not come back, and then that's how you can tell us that. You don't need to tell us that at this point because I'm trying to help you.
I'm letting Taylor know I won't come back, Taylor.
I don't care. Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Was I supposed to fight that?
No. That was great. I think that went really well because now we know that we gave her every reasonable opportunity to fix herself, to make herself better, but she couldn't take the burn in the muscles that's required to actually grow, which means she needs to actually know I'm embarrassed by that, and that's up there, and I'm being embarrassed by it now, and it's okay because I'm learning from it.
And I think that we just solidified reinforced the Taylor's never wrong thing.
No, you were wrong because you didn't want to have this.
I didn't want to have this.
But this was extremely useful, right?
It will make a good video, I'm sure, but extremely useful is a strong way.
Because it made her choice now. We're not doing anything. She's choosing to exclude herself.
Oh my God, you try to make the choice to include herself despite her own choice.
So even more so is she choosing to exclude herself. She has no possible complaint about anything.
I know. We got to the right conclusion, even in spite of you.
No, because of me. Because now it's fully framed out. Before, you were trying to build a house that only part of the foundation made. It's going to fall over in just a day or two.
The house doesn't need to be built. A house doesn't need to be built. We can just go, you can live in a refrigerator box in the alley. And thus we decree.
Listen, Taylor, just because metaphysical houses are easier to build than real houses doesn't mean they aren't subject to the same laws of physics.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I can see the point. Thanks for watching Talk with Faith People. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. That's a great ending. Snappy as hell.
That was probably the most ridiculous episode ever.
That was great. Now,
no.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? Were you in the same room as me? That was spectacular.
I thought good. I mean, objectively.
It was a good debate. Like, there was very solid arguments and a nice tone of the entire debate. I liked it. But the entire point is fucking pointless. We can't, even if Taylor got his will through and we blocked her, she would show up as a blankie or whatever. And the only reason she left now is so she can come back again and spur on this shit and gain more attention.
Jacob, it's not pointless because her official status is dependent upon it. It doesn't matter what she does. What matters is her official status. Meaning before action.
And what do you mean by that? How does this change her status?
Well, in this case, now if she comes back, she does so in the aftermath of this conversation in which she actively chose to stay away instead of something else. Now we're positioned differently. Everything's positioned differently. That's why.
You're using this sort of debate as a building block for the future.
Of course. That's what life is. Doing that thing that I'm doing right now, that's life, defined, right there.
Yeah, I get it. But you just put so much energy into it, and I don't see why.
Because it's life itself.
And it's a pointless thing.
Utopia, Eric.
Look, guys, you don't understand. It doesn't matter anything except for the fact that the framings have been fixed better.
Okay, so when she comes back as a blankie, does she get another chance?
I mean, if she's entertaining me.
Why would everyone kick her on sight? I don't see why people would.
Why? Exactly.
Well, I mean, why? Okay, so there is no repercussions at all to her. You're not going to uphold the ban.
I mean, that's where people don't understand my methods at all. There are always massive repercussions to this conversation. So when she comes in as a blankie, now if she is a blankie, and she has to be a blankie now, she can't come in as Courtney, or if she does come in as Courtney, she has to say, yeah, please put those videos back up. You're not thinking, nobody thinks about what happens in the next conversation and the conversation after that.
And then she throws another fit, and then we do this shit again. Yeah, I am.
Eric, it's like, I get you where you're going, and you're building sort of strategically building a debate ground which will destroy her, which will give you the upper hand in the future. But
I've already destroyed her. I'm trying to build her back up.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Oh, then it makes sense.
It doesn't make sense though, because why?
Yeah, it doesn't. Like, the amount of effort is just too much for me.
Because what I see here, somebody who's driving on the road, okay, and what she keeps doing is she drives like this, crashing into this person over here, crashing into that person over there, crashing into this person over there, and then she keeps going, hey, you guys are denting my car. So she needs to be taken out of her car, taken to the side of the road, beaten with 2x4s rhetorically, and then put back in her car, let her drive again. When she does it again, take her out of the car again, beat her with 2x4s again rhetorically, and then put it back in the car until she learns how to fucking drive.
Well, how many chances does this person get to fucking drive and wreck in other people's cars?
So as long as it is entertaining to me to beat her with the 2x4s.
Okay, that's a fair fucking answer.
Did you see what they wrote?
However, she did just play the whole fucking system, because ultimately the whole system is whatever is entertaining to you. So she called her shots right.
Okay, but I mean, in other words, showing you're eager to please, successfully showing you're eager to please is in fact a good way to please.
You're going to give her another chance if she asks for another chance, even though this was her chance. And she said, no, would rather not take a chance. So what I want is next time she's in the room for a half a second, all the videos go back up.
Yes.
Permanently.
Sure. And why? And how is it now that we are completely above reproach for that?
Because I thought of it after you got your entertainment in.
Why was it possible for you to think of it? Because we had this trial.
Hold on.
It wouldn't be possible for you to exploit what happened in this trial had we not had it.
I can exploit all sorts of things. I'm an expert at finding shit to exploit.
But what you cannot exploit is what happened in a trial that didn't exist.
There was nothing that needed to be exploited. It was just over by virtue of decree.
Yeah, I know that is possible to do, and it helps to define the nature of the community itself as well. It is better to be abundantly fair and above reproach in everything. So in this instance, if she does come back in and we take that action, she chose actively to take that action when she came back in.
Okay. Well, I'm content with that solution. And yes, that is the situation we're in. However, don't act like that's where you were taking
it. Where I was taking it was, let's do that thing that we always do, and once again, something brilliant will come out of it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Good. So I think that was a fun conversation, and I wish I had recorded. I wish I had stopped it a little bit later. I wish I had stopped it right there.
We're in room two.
But you saw that Nick admitted that he didn't delete the videos.
I know she deleted the videos. I know that. I get that.
And she sort of changed her story 10 times regarding her knowledge of Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, but she's gone, and if she comes back, everything goes back up. Plus, I got many more videos in me. I mean, I might spout them out in the car on the way to pick my daughter from school now, and just keep them on standby.
Just put them up. We may know there's no reason for her to expect you not to put videos up saying whatever the fuck you want.
But I'm holding myself to a higher standard of not talking shit because of the
then fine. Then that's fine.
Except she does have my cell phone number, and I have not heard a thing from her at all, ever. I mean, since this shit happened.
She calls me all the time.
I mean, she has called me plenty of times in the past, not since this shit happened.
I find her fun in general. She's very serious about shit that doesn't matter all the time.
What you're saying is you want to keep a toy around.
I like what?
You want to keep a toy around. I'm saying, okay.
She's not a toy. I'm saying that I actually like her because of her honest seriousness about shit that doesn't matter.
You know what I like?
What?
I like this. Because it's a really serious flame for your cigarette. It's really fun. I enjoy it. It's not necessary. It's not particularly useful. It's not particularly respected, but it's fun.
Well, Taylor, I will say it is necessary and useful if you are going to be doing Yaylorian rituals.
Touché.
So, yeah. It may be for a lot of people it's not useful, but if you're endowed with Yaylorian church magic, then you really need to have an Orcast torch. Yeah, I feel it's transubstantiated right now. I can feel the power. Oh, the transubstantiation.
Good thing I'm returning.
So this is part of Yaylorian lore as well, this whole trial. And this is why we need a fucking wiki. And I have to get my fucking domain back from fucking Tiffany. And it doesn't matter what I do on my website, nothing happens because he's fucking done something to it.
I'll talk to him. I'm already the intermediate. I've already determined before either of you two have that I will be the intermediary between you two.
Okay, well, I want to be able to do shit to the web. I can't even get out what email addresses anymore because you can't access the webmail through /webmail because it doesn't actually take you to the server.
I'll talk to him.
Thank you.
Oh, and can we establish something about, like, you giving people powers to do anything?
I'm done doing that. The powers that be are...
Do we have a crown policy?
I don't afford anybody crowns. I don't crown people. You guys crown people.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Look, the only people with there's no authority, okay? The only people who have actual authority are you, me, and Susie, and I guess Tiffany. And Susie has authority because she's the only one who really is an adult around here.
Interesting.
That is interesting. I don't know if I agree with it or disagree with it, but I do find it interesting.
We can unlock this now. Hi, Jewel.
Hey.
Oh, you just missed our trial.
Who's on trial now?
Well, Courtney.
Again?
Well, I mean, the trial was me and Taylor talking about Courtney's fate and what.
Oh, got it. But she wasn't present for it.
She was present. I was her defense attorney.
You are her defense. Interesting.
Yeah, that made it very interesting, right?
Yeah, it's a nice little twist.
And she was the prosecution.
No, Taylor was the prosecution.
So what was the conclusion? What did you guys decide?
She decided death.
What?
Taylor made an offer of sorts that said, okay, well, if she seriously accepts that she's at fault, then she'll say, put the videos back up, and then she'll be happy. Then she'd go back in the room, and that would be cool. Mm-hmm. And she said, I'd prefer to stay out of the room and have the videos go back up. I pointed out that I'm under no obligation to keep them down regardless, but I will respect that general sense of, like...
entitlement?
Well, I mean, the reason I said in the video earlier today is why I took it down is I don't want to do something that I know is primarily going to have